What's up, you Corey?
Corey, shut up.
Anyway. The thing is, I want to include this in the video, but if we have a that soon, it'll immediately get demonetized.
Yeah.
Put it at the end.
You can bleep it.
What's up, guys? This is Eric.
And Lutz.
And we have a fun new Gun Gamers video today. A drink whiskey and rant about shit video.
Yes.
It's one of our favorite formats.
It's a great format.
Yeah. So what is it, Lutz? What are we ranting about?
So tonight we're going to talk about complaints we hear commonly at games and before games and after games, and why they're wrong or why they're stupid. Just objectively stupid. So
yeah, there's a lot of griping in Airsoft for anyone who didn't notice. You know, especially I find it like
on
local
social
games.
media. Fuck.
Oh my god, social media is really
Yeah.
bad. But yeah, a lot of them are very stupid.
Yeah.
And I think we should start out with my favorite gripe. The one we hear every time we go out and play. The one everyone hears. The one some of us probably have yelled in a moment of frustration.
Why is everyone not using camo ammo?
Great gripe.
Okay.
That one I agree with. But call your fucking head start. You can't see up. No, I'm hitting you. I'm watching the bounce off you. Call your fucking heads.
Boy, nothing kills immersions, and I know that's like a huge, like, cringe, make fun of ourselves point in Airsoft is like immersion, right?
Yeah.
But let's be honest with ourselves. If we're all playing Airsoft and we want like realistic looking guns and all this, like, you're kind of in it for the immersion. Let's not bullshit ourselves. Just own it. So like,
Yeah.
nothing kills that quicker though than just the player that gets mad because he shot and he swears he got you. And like, I get it. It's frustrating. It definitely is. But I would argue half the time, maybe even more, that person may just legit not have felt it. Rabbit armor's a real thing.
I have an even hotter take.
Oh, okay, hot.
95% of the time, you're not hitting them.
Did you know leaves stop BBs? Like,
Did
a
you
lot
know
of the
that
time?
airsoft guns don't shoot 100 yards?
Weird.
At least not accurately under most circumstances at normal rifleman limits. But airsoft guns are not accurate to 100 yards. That guy that you swear you're fucking hitting, you're probably falling short or not hitting him at all, assuming nothing is even between you.
I know some leaves that can stop hits.
Jesus Christ.
Corey couldn't make this video.
Corey's not really here. He might wander through in the background. He's not really here. Don't just ignore it.
Yeah, he's a spirit to be ignored.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And so I feel like it's gotten more so with the gear people wear now versus when I started. I started in like 2003, 2004, and a lot of people were using like surplus like Alice gear and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like no plate carriers. That was like very rare to see. And definitely not with plates. So now when you see people with like big bulky kits, you'll see guys got like DAPs, they got ear pro, they got everything, right? Like, you get hit, you might legit just not feel it. And not that there's anything wrong with what they're wearing, but that just means you're going to have to shoot them some more until they feel it.
Well, and most people will either feel or hear repeated hits.
Right. And
Which is why, like, I shoot people. If I have a shot on them, I'll send, like, 3 or 4 BBs their way. And, you know, it's not that I'm like, oh, yeah, I really want to hurt this guy. It's like, hey, 1, 2, 3, quick.
Right.
He's going to know he's shot.
Yeah. And it's also just kind of goes into why bolt action snipers are not really effective for anything beyond
Being cool.
Yeah, looking cool and radioing in positions at Milsim games.
Yeah.
That's your job, to be honest.
Well, because, you know, one stray BB gently lands on somebody.
Right.
And, like, at that point, if they're doing anything else, like, they could be eating a fucking MRE and be too distracted to feel that BB hit
You could,
them.
like, you ever sat for a minute in the woods and something falls out of a tree and you're like, huh. That's what one BB feels like.
Yeah.
It's very easy to miss.
But that also then ties into my next favorite complaint.
Please.
My next favorite complaint is Bro, why you gotta shoot me so much? Don't I look dead to you? Do you not see my hand? Bro, I'm dead.
Let me field this. If, I don't care what game you're at, if you're gonna lay in the prone position, or you're gonna kneel, or you're gonna stand when you're dead, even with a kill reg, you're gonna get shot again, and that's fine. Like, that happens, but if you're not okay with that, then you should be laying on your back, and if it hurts you that much, put your hands over your face, and just, cry until the game moves past you. That's part of the game. Like, you're gonna get shot, it stings, it sucks. Then you could go, like, take it to the stupid level we take it the other way. Jim, who's occasionally on here, at Balcar Ridge, at Milson West, he got shot. We were getting, like, surrounded. It's, like, the end of the last day, the big finale fight. So there's really going to be no revives or fobs. So this is the end.
Was this Surge where you used him as a meat shield?
No, that was Ridge, but I used him as a meat shield.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he got shot, and he even, like, whispered, he's like, it's fine. Because he knew I was going to do it. And I rolled him, so his back was facing the enemy, and I rested my rifle right on him as a fucking bipod, and just shot. And Jim took those rounds like a champ to the back. Like, he got
And technically, Milson West does not have rules against that.
Correct. It was awesome. And I made it until a grenade hit me square between the eyes. That was rough. Yeah. But I mean, like, that's the other end of it. Obviously, your normal pickup game and stuff, like, don't expect that. No one expects you to go to that length. But, like, if you're going to complain because you get shot after you're dead, dude, it sucks. It happens. It happens a million times where we have a group, and let's say I get shot and Eric's behind me, like, kneeling. I'm on the ground with a kill reg. Some stray rounds are still going to hit me. Shit happens,
and that's
dude.
the thing. Is it super... We actually did a video on why getting overshot is your fault. So it's almost repeat.
Yes.
I'll just link that video.
But it is your fault.
Yeah. But also, it is your fault is the other thing. Like, in many cases where I see people who whine the most about continuing to get shot, they don't have a dead rag. They are not loudly yelling and calling out when they're hit. And also, I hate to say it, a lot of cases are just being very dumb with where they walk. It's like, oh, I'm just going to walk through the firefight with my hand over my head and assume that nobody on either side of me is trying to shoot at somebody on the other side of me.
Yeah. And, like, there's times where you can only get kind of out of the way, but, like, do that. This last MSW we went to, we were at Ram Ranch down at the farmhouse.
Yep.
And me and Ian got just massacred. I think Connor was there too, but it was just a disaster zone on that first floor. There were a total of, 15 of us to defend this tiny farmhouse in the middle of an open field against, I think they told us at the end it was 3 platoons. So you're talking like...
I heard squads from all 3 platoons being called to rally up afterward. So I don't know if it was all 3 platoons, but it was at least like 3 squads I heard being called.
Minimum, you had 40 plus guys pushing on our 15 hiding in this house. And they just destroyed us with like grenades, 40 mil, and BBs. But like when you got killed,
very fun.
You know what you did? You rolled over towards the wall and you just hoped you didn't get shot more. But like you're gonna. But that's fine. Like
honestly, just fucking
clear the path and just try to not.
I don't
get
like
shot
talking like this fucking bullshit, toxic, like be a fucking man. But like to a certain extent,
Ian took a tag round to the cock and then returned to the game 30 seconds later when he got when the action passed. He got back up, went to the phone, respawned. He's good to go.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you're playing a physical game. Yeah. You're gonna get shot. BBs don't hurt that much, really. Like, I think it's more people taking it personally rather than it being actually that bad. Well, let's move on to another complaint. Let's get one from you.
All right. People complaining about pacing at games. So, hear Corey giggling in the background. So, depending on the game you go to,
all right,
cool. Depending on the game you're going to, if it's like an open play, is it a mill sim, is it like a local just friends game and all that, it's all going to depend on the pacing, right? But even with that, like, I hear people at Saratov were complaining that it wasn't wasn't fast enough, not enough action. Or I've heard the exact opposite, where people are like, I never got a break. It was just insane. And then they bail early, and that's their excuse for why they bailed early, is they're so tired. You just need to understand that, like, one, game designers cannot predict everything, and coming from the game design perspective, you can only adjust so much and account for how people play and act to make it perfect for everyone. Also realize that the larger the scale of the game, the less control they have. Like, we're going to a, 350, 400 person game next week?
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do to, like, control the tempo of that. There's going to be squads. Undoubtedly, there will be squad-level groups that go off and go rogue and do their own thing. You're going to have groups that want to follow the plan, groups that don't, and all that plays into how fast the action is. Because they could say, oh, well, green's getting destroyed, and they're not enjoying the pacing. It seems too intense for them, so let's slow it up. But, the tan side has decided that they're bored now, so this squad just goes off rogue and starts attacking. Like, there's no way you can control all those people.
But the other problem, too, is, like, I think a lot of people just have bad expectations when they're going to a lot of events. And this is where a little bit of it kind of comes down to some of the event marketing, but also it comes down to the players' understanding of what the event is going to be going into it. And I think a lot of players don't research events enough before going to them, personally. A lot of players a shocking number of players will go to an event that they haven't even read the rules for.
It is insane.
Yeah, I've seen this. I have worked directly with multiple event promoters on multiple different event formats. And every single time, I see people there who didn't read the rules. That's just a simple fact.
Yeah, and they're not, like, shy about it. Like, people show up, and as you're, like, starting the game, they're like, hey, are we allowed to do full auto, or is it semi-only, or, like how do you not know this?
That's in the rules.
It's like page 1. Right there.
People show up with fucking high caps, and it's like, this is a mid-caps only event. How did you not see this?
I wonder if part of it is, like, what people watch online to get an idea of games.
I think the problem is most gameplay videos from events that people find entertaining that are very popular don't contain a whole lot of discussion of the rules.
Well, that's the rule part. I'm saying the pacing also. So, like...
Oh, that's... Okay,
So you watch, like, a highlight video, all you're going to see are the highlights. The fast stuff, the cool stuff, the awesome shit. You're not going to see the 3 hours they sat in a fob and 2 dudes fell asleep and someone's feet were all fucked up because you didn't change the socks and, like... That was that 3 hours. You're not going to see that part. So, like,
you're not going to see the fact that, they were pulling a watch rotation for, 2 hours and only got 2 or 3 hours of sleep all told because they kept getting attacked at night.
And then you just see...
They're not going to see them getting sleeping bag killed.
You see Corey wandering around in the dark and realize he hasn't slept in 2 days and someone needs to go get him. Like, you just...
Yeah.
You're not going to see that.
What was this?
That's Saratov.
Oh, yeah.
You got 1 hour of sleep. He got 1 hour of sleep the first night. He gets up because he hears people moving, and he's like, I got this. I go, get the fuck back in your sleeping bag.
The players only watch the highlight videos and then think, or they'll base their expectations on, like, a normal game day.
Right.
And this I see a lot at events that people run at fields that normally have their own, like, open place. Mm-hmm. People want to immediately be like, oh, so it's going to be just like the open place.
Just more people.
Field. Yeah, and it's not.
No. Like, so that discussion we were starting, that actually kind of spawned into this was because we're going to American Milsim this weekend. Yeah. And there's a lot of local players that are going to be there who don't do a lot of, like, Milsim. And this is, like, an AMS local game, and the half joke is AMSL, so it's AMS Light, so Milsim Light. But we were wondering and theorizing, like, are we going to get there and have a bunch of people show up there, like, why are we just sitting on this objective for 20 minutes? Why aren't we pushing? When I'm thinking, man, we're only sitting here for 20 minutes. This is quick.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just varied experiences and game types you play that I just think it's going to be interesting with that number of people and that varied of background.
Yeah.
I have no clue how this game's going to go.
I mean, hopefully it goes well.
Well,
but
yeah, I
it's-
volunteered to be a PL. It should hopefully go well.
But
or
it's
I'll
one
be
of
back.
those things where now you're dealing with that different expectation of
Yes.
I'm used to games that last an hour and
Mm-hmm.
you're moving the whole time versus I'm out here continuously for 6, 7, 40 hours
Yeah,
and not pacing yourself
if
can be a
you
real problem.
think you want action like all the time, you've probably just never actually had action all the time. It sucks. It's really tiring. The
In
closest
more ways than one.
the closest I've gotten with like a long format game where it was that frequent was probably Caspian Gap. It was
Caspian Gap was
not a lot of breaks, and every time you'd start to bed down, you'd literally hear an explosion, or a scream, an explosion, and then everyone's up and going. Like
Caspian Gap was pretty intense. And also, I think that was a learning experience for us in a lot of ways.
It was the first Milsom West for a lot of our group. And
Which is the other thing, too, is like a lot of this type of bitching and moaning, I think, goes away as you get more and more experience.
yeah, because you
And
start to
you
realize what the norms are.
Well, and you realize, the limitations of this whole thing.
Yes.
But, all right, next bitch, go.
It's a dumb one.
Next bitch, go.
Okay, next bitch. Hearing people, especially newer... Shut up. Hearing new people, especially newer people, complain about the performance of their rifle when they've never opened a rifle or teched a rifle and it's bone stock. Yes, I would agree that in recent years, the rifles, all these guns come out way better than they used to. I feel they have better QA, QC, they have better quality control, and they have better, just like internals
Everything.
overall.
Well, the bar on everything has
it's been raised. After the great...
You're not seeing anything with plastic bushings come out.
So many people don't know about the Clone Wars anymore. The Clone Wars were
You
real,
fought with
man.
my father in the Clone Wars?
Dude, it was brutal. The Clone Wars were brutal. And luckily it came out positive on the other side. But, there was a time when SIMA was like
Crap your money away.
SIMA AKs are literally, I feel like almost the gold standard of just, an out-of-the-box, reliable AK.
In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah, and now... But then, everyone's like, SIMA, what's this piece of shit? Who would buy this? That's what they were known as. But anyway, getting away from it. People think because we've had this bar and the standard of everything's pretty good, people think they don't need continued maintenance or that, it will just perform for a while. For instance, I showed up here tonight to clean my N7 because I haven't since I bought it. Boy, how'd needed it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is a lot of people expect a lot out of airsoft guns, which, to be fair, we have been right to expect a lot of airsoft guns, and I crucify guns for coming with issues.
Yeah, you break them.
But at the same time, I agree with the bitching about your gun's performance.
Yeah.
When A, you have unrealistic standards of airsoft performance, or B, I made a video based on this recently. You don't even know what to do with your gun to make it perform well. And it's not performing well because it's not a good gun. It's not performing well because you're doing something wrong, like feeding it cheap, shitty, inaccurate, lightweight BBs, or using shitty magazines, or using shitty batteries.
Mm-hmm. And all those things affect it, which is just it's crazy. And I think a lot of people...
Or not maintaining it,
Yeah.
or opening it up. And
I think a lot of
cleaning
people
it.
don't learn about those, especially the things like the batteries and how that makes a difference when you first start out, because you get the one battery you get with your gun, either it came with it, please God don't use those, or you bought one with it, right? But you don't have most people don't buy their first gun and buy 3 different brands of batteries at different voltages because they want to see what it does.
And buy the most expensive
Right.
PTS magazines immediately,
Right.
because those are the ones that actually work.
Yeah. So there's oh, well, no, this is how it should be when you're you could get so much more out of it if you knew anything. Which is why it's just dude, educate yourself on it,
Yeah.
Learn something. Watch our videos. Fucking, why haven't you subscribed?
Our videos
Hit
are
that
not
button.
educational.
Right? Put it up there.
I fucking hate this so much. Oh, God.
All right, come up with another one.
I have a really hot take.
I love hot takes.
They need some more whiskey for this hot
Is it a
shit.
targeted hot take? Don't target people.
Not targeted.
We're trying to
but
not target
It's pretty
people.
broadly applicable.
All right. Okay, can you give me some ice for that one, maybe? That's a lot.
Hold on, we can balance this out. All right.
Okay.
This one's on Facebook groups and whatnot all the time. Some of the dumbest bitching I hear in Airsoft is about rentals. People always bitch about rentals and fucking new players. And I don't know how, but it's become like a fucking I would say it's a meme, but it's not, because it's been beat into the fucking ground so hard that it left a crater that killed the dinosaurs. It's like, I magged up rentals, haha, I'm fucking funny.
Yeah. First of all, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that if you go to Airsoft to win, like to win the game, it's fucking stupid, and you don't get the whole idea, or at least maybe you get the idea. Sure, okay. I don't feel that you're getting the maximum amount of enjoyment out of this hobby that you can get. This is what I found was, to us, is the maximum amount of enjoyment. There's a bunch of like-minded idiots go out and we like play Airsoft, but we also mostly just bitch about things and like drink also.
Fuck around.
So like that's why we're the drinking team who just plays Airsoft.
Or
like,
the death metal band.
yeah, like Airsoft's there, but it's not like the only thing. But it is like the common thing we all come back to.
Yeah.
If you're going out and like your team's big thing is like we need to win, we need to push, we need to win. Like
The fucking rentals on our team are fucking us over.
No, fucking foster those people, bro. I handed my like $750 rifle at one point. It was, I think, about what it was in that thing, to some 15-year-old I'd never met because his battery died. The look of joy on that child's face was worth the whole season for me. He was just like, really? I'm like, go at it.
And you can teach these fucking
Yes.
kids pretty easy.
Oh my god, it was great. He loved it. Like,
Yeah.
teach the next group, man. Don't shit on them
And like
because
a
they don't
lot
have
of
the
these
money.
people are really excited. Like think about the first time you played Airsoft. These people are there now. And if you like help them out and teach them shit and, you know, are nice about it and chill and just help them out, they're more likely to come back, and that's where the game grows. So now I see all the bitching about fucking rentals and people taking it, again, people just take it way too personally.
People don't like I know what you're going for. Let's like the meme of just like rentals, right? But if we talk about like just rental anything, people being able to rent any kind of equipment is a great way for them to decide what direction they want to get.
Yeah.
So they don't buy shit.
You mean like renting night vision?
That's exactly where I was going with this. So they don't buy garbage and then decide, well, I hate this and quit. So for like with guns, guys will do that. Like not even just brands, but models. Like if this is the first time you've ever come, you may not know if you like an M4 or an AK or an MP5 or what.
By the way, an idea for your Airsoft business, if you're listening, keep a spare of guns that you sell frequently in your fleet. Keep a spare of those as an optional rental.
Not just combat machines.
Yeah.
Put some other shit in there.
Keep a spare of a whole bunch of different guns that you sell a lot. This would work great for like an arena that does a lot of business. Have your rental fleet comprised of different guns that you sell and let people like pick which one they want to try out.
And then if you hear them being like, boy, I really like this, be like, cool, we sell it right there.
Because then not only do you get the rental fee out of them, then you get the profit margin on the gun.
Yeah. But yeah, going into the night vision part, man, how many night vision, are you in a few of the groups on Facebook, I would assume?
I've left like a ton of Airsoft and tactical groups.
Have you ever seen the post of, hey, are these AGM ones good? Or, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I found this Wolf 14 and it was way cheaper. It must be good. Like, instead of everyone being like, no, man, why don't you go, like, rent like a nice PVS 14 or try duels or rent them or come to us, like, not up here in New York, but, you know, in the South, come to a shoot night where they, like, people will share them and let you try, like, do that shit. Instead, everyone's like, fucking, you're stupid, fucking pores, la la la, and just like shit on these.
That's just elitism in general.
Right.
I think that's really where this is our bitching about elitism, ironically,
which is insane because like you can have the expensive stuff and not be a douchebag our team has a lot of stuff.
You can also have
very
the expensive stuff and suck really badly.
Yeah,
which
suck.
also us. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm bad, but I have night vision and fucking HPA and all sorts of cool shit. I'm really bad with it, but I have fun with it. I keep buying new things, being like, "This will be the one."
Yeah.
Nothing fixes it. I'm still just bad.
Actually, speaking of HPA, that's a bitch I want to talk about. Is everyone fucking bitching about HPA?
Yeah, so that's like an interesting phenomenon, right?
Fun fact, if HPA at your field is a problem, your field is the problem. Because if you actually regulate HPA properly and, have refs who enforce the rules, HPA should be just the same as any other platform.
Here's something, and I know we rarely actually do this, but I actually want to ask. Put in the comments, I would love to hear from other parts of the country and the world. Do your fields, like smaller fields, not like the huge ones that we all know about, like smaller local fields, do they really regulate like having tournament locks? Because, man, so many places I go, it's in their rules, but no one actually enforces it. And so there's never tournament locks. And having played for many years, I can tell you, I'm not 100% sure, but, like, I'm pretty sure when I'm getting shot with a hot gun. I can't guarantee it. But if you're, like, 100 feet away and I'm bleeding a lot, probably hot. So... like, I feel like a lot
and
of
that doesn't happen at games and fields where they have tournament locks and actual, like, competent staff.
Yeah. Or at fields where all they allow are the mini AEG. No problems, ever. It only shoots, like, 110, so...
I fucking hate you.
I don't know why you own that.
Corey brought it for Earl to review, and we haven't done another Earl video in, like, 2 years.
2 fucking years.
Yeah, we gotta do an Earl video.
Get to work.
How you feeling, Cor? Okay. No answer. That's fine.
All right. I think those are some good bitches.
Those are
though.
good bitches.
Yeah.
They're good bitches.
I think we can.
Bitches.
I think we can cut this one
Yeah,
off.
yeah. At a reasonable length.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'll probably edit out a lot of this.
That's fine. It's only like a 20-minute video instead of a 4-hour video.
Fucking perfect. All right. Anyway, this has been a thing. We'll catch you guys later.
Thank you for watching Gun Gamers.
Thank you for watching this video from Gun Gamers. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. To buy a t-shirt or a patch, click the link below and be sure to use the coupon code JUDY10 for 10% off at your next order at Amped Airsoft. Thank you again for watching and praise Judy.
And now still roll it. Make him watch it twice.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Solid.
I'm surprised I remember that whole thing.
That was pretty good. Alright. Eric.
Thank you for watching this video from Gun Gamers. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. Check the description below if you'd like to buy a t-shirt or a patch, and use the coupon code JUDY10 for 10% off of your next order at Amped Airsoft. Thank you again for watching, and praise Judy.